I'll be right back later, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right,
Bye.
great.
One.
All right, here we are.
Actually,
We're ready to start the, new Saturday campaign podcast on Greenskin Gaming. This is the session one. It's a bit of a goofy session. I'll just take a quick look at Portugal. It was unfortunately AI for like the last hour and a half or so. So no colonization done quite yet, although lots of land uncovered. So I guess when for next session, Portugal player will have options to what to do. But let's go ahead and look at an interesting nation like Morocco, which actually had things happen. So, I guess brief overall summary of what happened. So Morocco, of course, fought Castile with Portugal as usually happens, but weirdly, for whatever reason, Naples joined them as well, yet Morocco was basically able to more or less hold off the 3v1. As you can see, no territory has been lost by Morocco. And I don't know what the peace deal was exactly because that Castile player had to leave. I think his mom got mad at him or something.
It was a peace deal, a white piece.
Oh, it was just a white piece.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So there was a white piece, and I think everyone involved went bankrupt. So Morocco went
I think
bankrupt.
Morocco didn't.
Hmm?
I think Morocco didn't go bankrupt. I'm not sure.
No, Morocco went bankrupt.
Morocco
Yeah,
100% went bankrupt.
I mean,
like
yeah.
they had 12 corruption, of course went bankrupt.
Yeah, we can see it. The country's eight corruption,
Yeah.
70 minus 70 prestige. Currently 0 stab, which is great. But like everything's still pretty much devastated. Not able to run any advisors. Is bankruptcy over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So
We were
Yeah.
focusing on root out corruption 100%.
okay, yeah, that's why we can't afford any advisors.
Yeah.
But that's
I think that's more important than having advisors right now.
yeah, that's just how
Just
it
get
is.
them now.
Oh yeah, and once you unsiege that, you can sell your crown land, which will help a bit.
I have a bunch of autonomy, so I don't think I will.
Yeah,
In my gold mine, 55 autonomy in my gold mine.
oh yeah,
So-
If you need the, you can
So
use. Oh yeah.
I already have it in there.
yeah, but yeah. Regardless, I think Morocco probably in the best position out of the countries there that live because I don't know.
I think I'm the most less screwed nation.
Yeah, well, because you went through a controlled bankruptcy. There was a player on your country while
Yeah.
your country went bankrupt. Because
Yeah.
Castile was AI through bankruptcy, and as we can see, Granada broke free.
Oh no, that was Vilgot. That was all Vilgot.
Yeah, all my fault.
Yes.
That was at least 50k rebels in
Granada
Castile.
did break free under Vilgat.
Yes, but
It did break free under Vilgot, okay?
yeah,
So-
but I think he joined on it after it had already been bankrupt and -3 stab for a while. So
Yeah, and he went through like Castilian Civil War, and then he broke, and everything went free. I think he got like plus 30 autonomy in every province, and
oh
because
yeah, that's an average autonomy. He's got
Yeah.
45. Oh jeez.
because I saw there was one occupied by nobles, so every single province just got 30% local autonomy.
Okay, well, currently, what is it? It's similar income.
But they're not rooting out corruption.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're not fully maxing that out. Oh yeah, and also the good thing, you're Muslim, so you can. Have you been able to do the piety interaction at all?
Yeah, I don't know actually because I haven't played a nation.
Yeah. Oh, right,
but,
right,
like,
right.
But I did see one time when I looked at the stream.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a player on Castile?
I
Or-
think we have to. We're gonna find someone. Like,
No, oh, please, no.
We'll try to do it if someone wants it, but I mean, we can't force people on it.
yeah, I mean, this is going to be a weak Castile. Like, sure, like you
Yeah.
got the PU, whatever, but I mean, Morocco's alive. You're slowed down. It's like at this point,
The
it just
tech
might be
situation.
France just says, fuck it, I want Spain, and can divide it with Morocco. And
I
then
mean, France should have done it in the first place.
oh,
Or maybe
probably.
they shouldn't.
I don't know. Well,
But,
I think there may have been like some things with the seating. Like I think what is it? France and Castile are friends, or either they play a lot together or they know each other. But
I think I might have noticed that.
I don't know.
Like, it makes sense for France to go for Italy, but sorry, for Spain. But then he also kind of needs Italy.
Yeah, exactly. Like
yeah, but
Italy is better
like,
for trade, but I mean Spain is freer.
No, just to get like the money for it.
Yeah.
yeah, but like you need to. If you go for like Spain, you go for Italy after, or you do like Italy first and then. But the thing is, he didn't do anything, so that was kind of the problem. He didn't do any of the two. He just stood there with the freest France in the game.
Yeah, well, I think for the time, like for now at least, Castile and Morocco are roughly even, but it's just that this is so much weaker than it should be that
Yeah.
it very.
Also,
I mean, Portugal could very easily just say, "Hey, I will like Morocco. Let's make a deal. Castile's doomed, and divide something." I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I am pretty like, it's not that many people that can get to me, while there's at least 2 players that can get to Castilla, and deck on him.
Yeah, that is very true.
Uh,
So let's go ahead and move on to France, who is allied to the Netherlands, and weirdly this really big AI or it's just weirdly weird AI Switzerland. Like, why did he
Yeah.
give Switzerland a Burgundy province? What?
I think it took it.
No, because he
Like,
called
you guys
the. I was watching, and Switzerland was in the same war, I believe.
I think he's a noob.
The
I'm not
noobs,
lying.
man. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Well, let's try not to insult people without.
No,
knowing everything, but-
I'm not trying to insult him.
Well,
I'm
no,
just trying
Alan
to-
is, so it's more a shut the fuck up, Alan.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but what? What? Not enough. You have no power projection. What are you doing? Yeah, there's.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah,
some
that's the right
issues here. Like, okay, at least like you're not gonna do anything to Ottomans. What is?
Ottomans and then Castile, I guess.
Okay, he's getting his points mostly, missing the dip point, which is okay. But yeah, I think this France has just kind of expanded a bit slowly. So he did purchase / bully England into giving up all the provinces, but I think he took it in a fake war, so his AE was like ridiculously high early on, so he couldn't like he hasn't taken Brittany yet, and you see Genoa beat him to Provence lands, so
Yeah.
I mean this France doesn't really. Oh my God,
He's getting
what?
advice
What
there.
the fuck?
And by the way, he
He
has
advises that
estate
corruption
statutory
as
rights.
well.
Wait, he
He
has
has
that?
state statutory rights.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's too many
Advisors.
noobs
Oh, I
nowadays.
thought that was just the.
Oh, but
You
that's
should
really
go pay tutorial
bad.
or something.
Yeah, okay, this France is doomed. Let's move on.
No, let's try to give him some advice
Yeah,
at least.
yeah. Like, okay.
At least do the autonomy that he did before. It's gonna help you a lot with the country. It's gonna give you a lot more money, manpower, and force limit. Just for a starter.
And
And you're in a good position to at least try and expand. Either kill Castile or get some more Burgundy land. And take Brittany.
and
see it's
take
still
cheaper
alive.
advisors too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
States.
Oh yeah, you're missing advisors, man. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why. You're making plenty of money. You're at peace right now. Your forts are turned off. Oh. Wait, where's your army? The army's
Also-
really high.
So yeah, Shen, don't turn off the 14 borders with players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
greedy.
That's
Yeah.
just free war score.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, so, I mean, this is still like a decent position. France, like, unfortunately, Genoa
Yeah.
is pretty strong on
Yeah.
your border, so like that's the path of most resistance. But you can very easily go into Castile with help of Morocco or Portugal, or even just by yourself. Like, Castile's force limit's 28 with like no resources, no ideas. France, you're double his force limit, and you're getting your ideas. So if you really want to wait for it to be easy, just finish this group, take Havilan, and then you just win. And at the very least, like all of Valencia and maybe northern Seville should be yours. But I don't.
And maybe disinherit the air.
Yeah.
It's not
Yes.
that good.
So in multiplayer, you at least want to disinherit the air all the time if it's not at least 3-3 all the way. And what you want to go for it's high Diplo and high Mill.
Oh yeah, you also
Yeah,
have
most
no.
of the time.
Yeah.
But he will also have to take eco soon, so he will have to add some
Yeah.
admin at
Yeah,
least.
you had no
Yeah,
prosperity, which I think was you were sitting at 0 stab, and you always want to be +1 stab, so you get this ticking up because this is 25 goods produced, which is
Yeah.
freaking huge.
Yeah.
If he didn't have like state statutory rights and he had prosperity in all of his country, he would have plus 50% local goods produced, I think.
Probably, yeah, and you'd have, and if you have power projection up, you get some other points. Like it's, I mean, starting as France, you're number 3 GP, pretty easy to just, if you just rival everyone, like it does it. They don't even have to matter. You don't even have to fight the wars. Like boom, it's 33. Now you just embargo, insult, get some of these age bonuses. Why is it being slow? Yeah, like you can easily get a few more of these.
Yeah.
So then that's just more monarch point. So it's still in a salvageable position, but you're less good as you can be. As for Diplo, you're currently just allied to Netherlands, which
It makes sense.
yeah, no, it makes sense. It's just that is, I mean, another opportunity that you could go for expand there, but probably when you've got this free avenue, I think that's very, I mean, unnecessary. Plus, Netherlands is a good counterbalance to England or some others. But as for like likely friends, you can. I mean, there's probably room for making friends with England. That's possible,
Yeah.
or maybe even like Italy. If you can just say like, fine, you get Genoa. That's okay with me, and then you decide to like push into Germany together. That's fine. Or you pick another German and try to divide Italy with them. But that's for later.
It just feels like the easiest path would be Spain, but
Oh,
because everyone else actually has ideas and everything.
Scottish are disloyal. This country's terrible. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Minus balance, terrible country.
They didn't say you had 14 income, that's like 37.
Yeah, things like
It
so.
was
Hey,
higher
where are
before.
these cheap advisors, man? 10
Yeah,
ducats?
exactly.
That's
Not even level
pricey.
5.
What happened?
Not even level 5 Diplo advisor.
It was way
Wow.
cheaper before.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah,
Come
well,
with
so
I think AI
excuses here.
fucked up.
oh,
My
Oh,
nation.
oh yeah, this is in England with only 28% in the channel. That's a little rough. Oh, yeah. Outdone by England. Are you at least protecting trade in London? Why aren't you protecting trade?
Yeah.
50% on London. Like, jeez, man.
No mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I should do that.
Can you please check in the English channel what it is?
What do you mean?
Like in the pie chart. Oh yeah,
The
he's getting
problem
out
is
by
that
Netherlands.
France is protecting Netherlands, so I can't get more power in English channel.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, problem with, not really sure why France was so adamant about getting Normandy. Like, it's not in a trade zone that he really cares too much about. It's not even his cores. So yeah, England losing these two trade centers, that's, like, that's
it's
a bunch.
Good land. It's good land at least.
Yeah, like, it's all grasslands,
it's
farmlands to dev. Like,
yeah,
it's great. It's the right culture. It's just, I think
it slowed
down France a lot.
He could also get fast hitting in car if anyone hasn't even gotten it yet.
Yeah. So
And I just want to say England is the only country to complete ideas, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, oh, that was well done. Yeah, like you did what I kind of messed up on Lubeck. I should have just ignored Miltech 6 and I would have had them finished, but I'm like 10 points away, whatever.
Yeah, it's probably more economic because you unlock policies and they're very helpful, especially because of expansion for you.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it was probably a mistake. And I also would have gone more innovativeness. Which I'm curious about. I mean, I don't really think there's much to say about England. Like, it's in a good spot. It's sitting on its island. You got some other islands. You go Expo next.
Should
Most
definitely help
likely,
Morocco.
yes.
I
I have a lot of options to expand into. Skanderberg says I have third strongest army behind Austria and Muscovy.
How?
So
Yeah, that's
all
stupid.
my neighbors are weaker than me.
Okay. How
yeah.
many heavies do you have? You have 10 heavies. Okay.
I can maybe kill France, or I can even go into Iberia.
Yeah, no, there's lots of things that England can
You-
do. Like if Portugal, if Castile's dying and no one's protecting Portugal, then you just kill off your only other
Yeah.
European colonial rival, and you just say, "Okay, new world for me," and then you do what Mitch did. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think much else to say. So let's move on to Netherlands, who does have most of the English Channel, making tons and tons of money. So, actually, yeah, about the same as England for a country that's like a quarter his size, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Perative, I don't know.
Yeah, went for Pluto Ideas, as probably makes sense. Yeah, 100 power projection. I know Netherlands. I don't think he's really taken much land. Like he's taken 2 provinces and vassalized some people.
I think that he has done some show strength.
Yeah, no, he's
with
done a lot
this.
of show strength.
Yeah.
So you see, like he's got a truce with all these people, and he can. Yeah, he can only rival players now, so he doesn't have any show strength left.
He can make show strength on
Yeah, on
Lubeck.
Burgundy.
On Lubeck.
Lubeck's a player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's you.
Yeah. I'm basically, I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be easier than the AI, so
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what the? He deleted all his
Yeah.
heavies.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
Wha-
fun for me.
I think he sold them to Castile or Portugal.
Oh yeah. He
From what I
he
remember,
could have done that too, but like
from what I
they,
remember, both Castile and Morocco had like 20 and 24 heavies for that war.
they had 26 average, yeah.
Yeah.
Combined.
I will say. I mean, yeah. What is it? Yeah, I don't know what he did with the heavies, but he doesn't have any right now, which means England is perfectly safe. Because I remember looking at the mod and thinking that this Netherlands had like a pretty OP start. Like you have easy access to 200 admin, 100 mil, 200 mil, mercantilism and other stuff. And Navy morale mission. You got a Army morale mission that you that one's a little bit harder to get, but
It's not that hard, is it?
Actually, I got more heavies from the start. I started with 9,
oh okay.
so he gave me more.
But yeah, so I mean either. Oh why? Okay, there's
What?
some mistakes here.
He
So,
should have Diplo
free
and
point.
admin.
Free point, other privileges, whatever.
He can maybe
Sell the
sell
money.
Crown now.
Get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all that money. 600 ducats for selling at 20 and then do whatever.
Exactly, and then he can buy more advisors.
Yeah, and I mean, you're already doing good on buildings because you rich man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, only level 1
Yeah.
advisors. You should be able to afford. Yeah, like you're making 16 ducats, man. Get some at least
You
level
should-
2s, some 3s maybe.
Maybe like 2 to 3 or something. That should be at least minimum, I think.
Yeah, so I think likely Netherlands' shot at going for like landing and conquering England is probably not available or no longer there. At least unless and you can still probably team up with like a Lubeck France triple and gank England like that. That would probably work, but
But it's also kind
I
of
don't
hard to like
know.
land on England because you need a minimum of like 50k landing, and even then, Mina can just murk up on the island while you're attacking and get a -3 battle for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
kinda
and I
hard
can
to land.
stack wipe them.
yeah, it's not impossible, but it's like there's so much coastline. Like it's very easy to have a few transports. Like you do a distraction over here, and then you land on Ireland or something, and England. Yeah, it's a competition of who's the best at micromanagement and looking. Other thing you can do is sneak a few guys up on what is it, like one of these islands here, occupy it, you have it, then you just buy all the mercs there, transfer occupation to your ally, then they buy all the mercs there, and then you just invade with like 300k mercs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can have a couple 1k stacks around England
Yes.
just
Yeah,
to score
exactly.
turf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
And it's gonna
that's what I
take him
was
2
thinking.
months to land.
yeah,
And
it's,
also I could help him micromanage because he helped me with rebels earlier, so I could do that.
yeah. Well,
Wow.
I guess it's a
Also
bit of a
100.
competition. So let's as for like where Netherlands goes, like he consolidates his area of the English Channel, but I mean, does he go colonial? Because I think that's somewhat risky unless he thinks France is gonna be his lifelong buddy, or I mean, I think getting Lubeck is probably pretty attractive for him, so that could be the other thing. Like that, if France and Netherlands team up, they just try to push this way. That makes a good bit of sense to me. Start making all the money pushing English Channel to the one end node in Europe now, or aside from the Italians. So, I don't. Yeah, it's looking fine, in a good spot. So let's move on to the glorious Mercantile Republic of Lubeck in pretty similar situation as Netherlands, like similar size, similar income, but I've got the end node, I guess.
Less income. I don't
Similar, yeah, it's 3 ducats less.
know. No, it's 2.5.
Two and a half, 3, and whatever. I guess ideas. Yeah, I'm literally 20 points away from finishing this. Was kind of dumb and took Miltech 6, but whatever.
No, oh no, you aren't. 20 points. It should be something less, but alright.
Yeah. Also got almost 30 innovativeness, which is pretty pog, pretty great, fun game. And
How much did you have?
30. But
No, 27.
I'm rounding. So allied with Sweden and Hesse, I think probably basic plan with Sweden. Sweden's land is kind of poor. So, but team up with Lubeck with the end node, make lots and lots of money. Lubeck pays for Swedish armies, which kill everything. Other thing to note is because Merchant Republic, look at all these juicy modifiers. 39% goods produced.
That is
Much
actually
is
that is
Skagen
pretty
making?
good.
How much is that Skagen making?
It's Skåne.
Yeah.
Skåne.
Oh,
Skirnin?
Well, it's occupied, so
Ah.
it's being sieged, so it's really high autonomy for whatever reason.
Maybe I did like a little bit greedy strat with maybe yes, they did the 3 mana points and he has just 5 autonomy and warring a long time.
I don't know what you're talking about. But the other thing to note is Delaskagin, which is weirdly, why does it have? Oh, because it doesn't have a workshop. Damn it, Nabi, build that workshop. Because I guess the other thing, once Nabi or Sweden transfers trade power, then we do the trade deal, which will be at the next session. Then, because the goods produced modifier is 50%, is half of your trade the Merchant Republic's trade power. So you get like all of this, you get 15 of this, goes up to 40. So all of Sweden's land is going to be 20% goods produced. Some of it will also be Poland's.
Why can you make trade deals? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those that haven't read the new rules or updates, so Lubeck starts as a merchant republic, and as a merchant republic, we're trying out with this end node. You can make trade deals, because if you couldn't make trade deals, it's literally a dead seed. I mean, everyone just wants to into you.
Yeah,
with
okay,
with trade deals, there is the reason to keep to try and keep the country alive, because they're going to make you more money than they would otherwise. So,
that's true.
Yeah, so like with Swedish protection, and also probably makes sense with Hesse, since Rhineland no longer feeds into Lubeck, so this land, they don't really care about each other's land right now, so both those alliances I think make sense. So, probably going to be some sort of conflict with Netherlands. I don't mind saying I'm probably going to build like 20 light whenever I can and just send them to English Channel and take this money from the Dutch. Because why wouldn't I? So
True.
yeah, hopefully Sweden can protect Lubeck from the evil French and Dutch, but let's go ahead and take a look at our other German. We have Hesse, I think doing quite well. Also done a lot of show strengths. I mean, being not in the English Channel or Lubeck is kind of a lot poorer, but that's just how it goes. Has got a lot of points saved up.
Wait, something I forgot to tell is Rhineland also flows into English channel now.
Right, yeah, no, I did mention that, but I guess I didn't say explicitly.
Yeah.
We changed the direction, so it flows to Champagne and English Channel, which is a little bit odd, but I guess that makes sense for France. So France has a reason to go this way.
So Netherlands could also go into Rhineland.
Yes, correct. So Rhineland seems to be set up quite well. Very good king. Good king. I mean, okay heir, but how's his AE looking? He's got a small coalition, but I think as long as there's coordination between Lubeck, Hesse, Austria, and Netherlands will mean there's no coalition. That is dangerous, so he's doing just fine. I think this is a humiliate war. I don't know how many he's done, but he can do Swiss soon.
Maybe check on the power projection.
Yeah. So he's gone at least 3.
Yeah.
I was able to do 3 because a lot of my rivals had strong allies at the start.
Yeah, look, there's because I got a lot.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, and there's some of them that have expired, and I'm about to do another one on Brannet. The thing. So I've done 5 or 6, and I can do another on Brandenburg after the truce. Another with Brunswick also after the truce. So I think that's all. Like, I have really high mana generation, despite having like all my kings die early. As for Hesse, I don't know really what to say.
I mean,
You're just expanding, killing miners.
Yeah.
Strasbourg. Alliances just allied with Lubeck for now. Probably friendly with. I mean, I would imagine that Austria is friendly. It's just alliance limit or relations limits or whatever, and probably not looking too friendly with Netherlands and France. So probably a friendship with England or maybe even Genoa makes sense.
Yeah, I need to work a bit like on how Diplo works and stuff. Like it's my second time that I play, and the Diplo stuff is still that I need to get a grip on.
Okay.
I would imagine Austria's friendly is famous last words.
Yeah, I don't think Austria. I don't know. Well, Austria's had a pretty free. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Austria. Austria's had a pretty free game. I mean, there's no Venice player, there's no Hungary player, so.
Wait, you got both Bohemia and Hungary?
Yeah, this Austria is going to be disgusting.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Only thing is, he will be somewhat counterbalanced by a very strong Ottomans and a Poland who's also getting a pretty free game for now.
I mean, he might try and expand Poland to get the good ideas.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the meta thing to do. We went Pluto first, but I think, he's got so much good land, he doesn't really have to do much for a while. Like, his first goal is going to be finishing up, the Venice trade states. Like, he wants all of Venice, he wants Ferrara, you want Urbino, and then the rest use just bonus, like anything that's not a trade center you don't really care about. So
yeah.
How many reforms have we passed? Just the first one. That's kind of the only one that really matters. But we'll get the second one passed.
As long as you get the minus 5 there, because as you go on, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or maybe promote Venetian as culture.
So doesn't have the limits, but yeah, and he also did. Not really sure why you You take Pressburg just because it's a good what is it?
Take forge to get the gold mine.
Yeah, but because it's a P, you don't need to take the land connection like you do with Bohemia.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
don't
that
know.
because it's HRE? I don't know. That might be a.
You
I
have to
think
take
it's just
connection.
because. Okay.
Okay.
But why is it? Why is it so? Is it different with Bohemia though? I don't get it.
Maybe it's culture. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it's because it's
that.
HRE. I think Emperor can core any land they take in the HRE, but Hungary's not HRE, so you need the land connection. That might be it.
Okay.
Okay.
That might make sense.
The Emperor can core any province that a member of the HRE borders.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Yeah, so there's no border for the gold mine, so you either have to take the mountain for it or you take that. Okay, but I mean, I don't know really what else to say. Austria looking strong, just needs to build some galleys to capture Venice itself later on. And then it's really which way does he want to go? Does he go for more Germans or does he go for the Poland formation? Because I think you probably want to make a deal with the Ottomans, being that, I mean, Ottomans has no real enemies other than you, unless you want to make them your enemy, because the Mamluks player is dead. It's unsalvageable. QQ is incredibly weak. So let's take a quick look at Genoa, who, I mean, other than what Austria claims, has Italy completely to himself. So, I guess going back to our story of sort of what happened in the game, since Naples basically inted Morocco for Castile, I don't really know how much he committed or whatever, but I think it was enough that Genoa just looked.
And his entire army
Yeah.
to Morocco.
Yeah, he sent his entire army and he got stack warped.
Oh my god. Yeah, so what happened is, so Genoa just thought, oh, hey, Naples is being silly and is fighting Castile's war for him. And Naples fought one war, took most of Sicily, and then left. And then, so Genoa just kind of declared war on the Pope, took some good land, bordered him, took a claim, and then just declared war on him. I don't think Genoa was able to take any of the land because of AE, so I may have just been like money, war reps, and humiliators, break alliances or something.
It was money, war reps, and I forced him to give back land to Sicily.
Okay.
Mostly crossing.
Yeah, so, I mean, in that situation, you don't actually have to take any land to kill Naples, so Naples is dead, they're blocked in, they're weaker than their only other rival, so literally all of this is for Genoa, and the only thing that could maybe stop him is France, but I think as long as Genoa keeps Austria on his side, there's not
I
much
think I
at
made a
France.
pretty good play to take Provence from France.
Yeah,
He unallied Provence so that Netherlands could attack them, and I was like, okay, free real estate, thank you so much.
yep. I kind of thought that you'd be doing that. That's kind of a smart thing to do if there's like no Diplo, like. I mean, I don't know.
And I'm even thinking that, considering his forts that he has the mothballed, I could even beat him if I went all in to int France.
I think so.
1v1. With
He's got like
Italian
20 more force
mercenaries.
limit than you, so it would be a little bit.
Take a look at my ideas.
But you don't have the Merc Discipline yet.
So if I already have Merc Discipline from the Plutocratic, and if I get 2 more ideas in Pluto, I get the 50% more manpower in mercenaries. So I could probably make a push for it. I think.
Yeah, no, you could. Like maybe like probably England might help you with that, especially if Netherlands joins in. So that would be a possibility. But then the other thing is just, I mean, if you fight France, then there's also the real possibility that the coalition forms and fires while you're at war, which would be bad.
If France wants to be funny, he can just start the coalition, and if he joins, then
but
a lot of AIs will also
greedy,
join.
Of course. Just saying, it's a possibility.
But yeah, the issue with that is if he forms the coalition, unless like an AI can fire it when he's not ready, and then an AI is in charge of the war, and he can't separately peace out. So that's kind of oof.
One thing that I'm concerning with myself is where to go after I eat Italy. Of course, it's going to take me the entirety of next session, even the third one as well. But after that, I'm thinking if going into Aragon might be the best play.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah. That's the
well,
other thing is
not-
that you can also just make friends with Morocco and go after Castile. Yeah, I don't know, Genoa. You got options. Like you're going to be able to consolidate most of Italy by the end. Uh, there's probably no reason that Ottomans just jumps in on Naples and is like, I have Naples. Like, he could do that, but that would
Will
be.
be
I
it will
don't
be
know
an
why he
interesting
would.
pre-war score for us, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, Ottomans is a free game. He should. There's no reason that he needs to make enemies. So, I think Genoa's. I didn't look how your income. It's not bad, but not as high as others. Just because I guess this node is
It
less
got
rich.
Genoa got nerfed because of the switch of Alexandria.
Right.
Alexandria no longer fits into it.
Right, and that's why English channel is so high because it's 5% goods for every fucking province, and it's all cloth. Like Jesus. So
Keep in mind that Rhineland also goes directly into England as well, so they
yeah,
get more money overall.
yep. Okay,
I'm
let's go ahead and move north to Sweden well, let's not look too close because this was AI for 30 minutes. But yeah, Sweden, just allied to Lubeck for now. Took a little bit of land off of Novgorod, but I don't know if Russia cares about that so much. But I think the big thing with Sweden is Sweden's usually poor, but with a Lubeck friend, it's not going to be. It's going to be, I don't know, rich, but it's going to be a lot richer than it normally is. So that will be quite nice for them. First idea went defensive, so the crazy military. Like he's already got like 4.5 morale compared to other people, which is not so. Yeah, I don't think we can say much. Like they haven't really expanded other than natural land. Nothing's really happened. So quick look at Poland. So Poland teamed up with Muscovy to fight Lithuania and Uzbek, or formerly Uzbek, now Bukhara. And I don't know if there was anything exchanged that they were bought off or not, but Bukhara just said, fuck it, and let Lithuania die to the 2v1. So, yeah. So Poland, I don't know exactly what the deal will be, but I mean, I guess it's going to be all the Baltic for Poland and a good chunk of Kiev. So, like, probably, like, this goes to Muscovy, and this goes to Poland.
I think Poland wants Ruthenia. Or he should want Ruthenia.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it depends. He went Pluto first, which I think is a little bit odd. Like, do want to see a Poland go Horde ideas for, like, go
Compatibility.
Yeah, you got 30%, 33% here. Horde ideas. Where is it? Another 25, and you get cav cost by minus 33. You also haven't done this thing, which you probably should do. Oh, Moldavia is still a march. Make them not a march. I don't know why. Like, you can probably have them integrated by now. So you either integrate them or you. Okay. Do that, and then you seize land. You seize Bessarabia, and on the month tick, since it steps, you'll have Cossacks. So then you have like 80% or some absurd cav combat, and you just walk over people in the mid game. But
Are we going to talk about the betrayal of Uzbek?
yeah,
Yeah.
I briefly mentioned it. Like, yeah, Uzbek was in the war, and apparently he looked and saw, oh, Muscovy has 70,000 troops. I don't want to fight this, and so he peaced out.
Leaving Lithuania to die. What an evil
smart.
man.
What a
Pretty smart.
coward.
No,
Especially
that's
on-
smart. Like he would never win that war anyway.
Cowardly.
I don't know. He was still a steppe nomad, so I don't know how far over force limit Muscovy was, but Lithuania at least was saying that he was smashing Poland and them together for a while. Like he was just bouncing between forts. But I mean, I don't know. Poland is going to be strong. It's just they're going to be poor as Eastern Europe usually is. Like only 18 ducats, so that's a lot less. I mean, that's on par with Hesse. So
Yeah, he needs Baltic
yeah,
at least.
he needs Baltic, but he's probably never going to get it because you got Lubeck now with the end node, so that's going to be a huge amount of trade power, and Sweden's going to feed everything to him. I mean, the only good thing is that he'll get goods produced, which will help. Like 10% on all of Baltic provinces.
Yeah.
There probably is room. Maybe he could also like add to the trade deal with Lubeck, but I don't know if Sweden would want a probable enemy to be getting money from his best friend, so probably not going to happen. But yeah, I guess after consolidating whatever land he gets out with his deal with Muscovy, I guess what does he do? He can sit in Devitt for a while because it's a really, really good land. But does he then go against? Either does he just sit and like try and box in Sweden with Muscovy, or does he turn on Muscovy, or does he go against Austria? So, couple of options, but no real indication of which way he will go yet. So.
I think ideally the game is going to be just eat AI for next session. There's really no incentive for it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, Austria can probably start a player war. Like, there's not that much land for him to hit, but I also don't think so.
I mean, southern Germany, the rest of the Vienna nodes.
Yeah, there is. So, oh wow. Is this me or is this Muscovy a lot richer than they normally are?
They are indeed. Were there any changes to the trade nodes done? Or?
Nope.
No, it's just tax. Huh.
Does he have a lot of
Please
churches?
nerf tax.
Like, I mean, he's getting, a bunch of like looting because he's at war right now, so it's a little bit inflated. But yeah,
I mean,
this is
it's
it's surprisingly high considering that he doesn't have the gold mine. That I don't know if there was a deal or not, but he went for the Novgorod war first instead of trying to. Well, I guess if there's Uzbek, you're probably always going to lose this because you don't start with a CB on Kazan. Correct?
Yeah.
You don't.
I'm not sure.
I think his Pim has one.
Oh yeah, they have Reconquest.
They do. Aha, no, yeah, they do. So you do have a CB on day one. But I guess as long as the Uzbek's smart, they're probably going to beat you to that, so.
It's a mountain, on the other hand. You can beat them over the head for it.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, you wouldn't be fighting Uzbek. It would just be, you'd both be fighting Kazan and both racing to siege this province first. So it's whose troops get there first. You can both day one deck. So, yeah, it's a race. I'm curious if you were doing it in earnest. I think Uzbek would win every time just because it's Cav and they move faster. And I think, Muscovy's troops all start over here anyway, so it takes like a month or two to walk.
I don't think Moscow wants to go into a early game war with Lithuania close either.
I mean, it's AI, like that. Yeah, I guess, Uzbek could start the war over that if they get, I don't know. Yeah, probably not worth it overall. As for ideas, he's gone offensive first. Okay, that's an Allen move.
Yeah, he's a chat.
Offensive is OP.
I mean, yeah, like, it looks like it's been buffed a little bit, but I don't really know if that's what he wants to go first. I don't know. we have our states set up correctly. Not really. Probably just sell, get it loyal. But I mean, has he built much at all? Is that no? Yeah. He said he was really far behind on tech. Not really. What was he talking about? This must
He
be
might
he's
have
doing
just
fine.
caught up at the end.
Hmm?
He might have just caught up at the end.
Oh, yeah, maybe like if he just took all the techs because he doesn't have any points. But I think this Muscovy's going to be pretty strong. Like he's got all of this to eat into, depending on what Bukhara takes. Allied to Poland. Probably in his interest to make some sort of deal with either Ottomans or Bukhara, and like secure the south. And then it's, does he fight Poland later for this land, or does he expect Sweden to go into him, or Bukhara? Like, that's the one weakness, is that he is a big country that doesn't really have a good fort line, that is surrounded by potential enemies. So for now, he's looking good, but I guess we'll see later. Let's go ahead look at the Ottomans. It's Turkey, not. So, do we have the Ottoman or Mamluk player here to give us a play-by-play, or do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, well, I was trying to stall Mamluks from decking on me so that I could get Constantinople. So we're kind of playing like a cat and mouse game where if you notice, Kandar has Benghazi because he wanted to vassalize Kandar, and Kandar starts with cores on me. So once I saw that, I gave the cores to Kandar back, and then he couldn't vassalize them anymore. So that was the first thing. And then later on, I had to give over Tiki, like release it, so that he couldn't fabricate on me either. And that bought me enough time to get Byzantium, but he instead decided to no CB me.
That
And
is big brain.
yeah,
That Chad.
Best
And-
CP.
he also called in QQ. But what saved me is that QQ had internet connection problems and was kicked eventually. So I just went full on all in, and I pushed back the Mamluks. But I was still like really behind on money. So once I started pushing into him, he actually started recruiting more and more troops. And the last battle I won was only because he reinforced poorly, and I basically just fought half and half of his army. So I beat his 70k with my like 45k, which got me to the point where I could stab hit him. And I was running out of money, and I knew that he still had plenty of money, so I just wanted to get the money from him and then maybe like continue to the war through a truce break. So when I did that, I sent him the peace deal that was for like 1k money, and then I basically told him in the DMs that like bankruptcy, no thanks, and I just made it look like I don't want to fight anymore. So he went bankrupt, and then I just truce broke him.
Dude, that's
And
big brain.
That is very big brain.
Yeah, kind of forgot about the autonomy.
It's okay.
It's still a fine Ottomans. You have a free reign in basically the Middle East, so you can just eat that up.
Yeah, I mean, the only bad thing is when you take all of this land from the Mamluks, it's going to be really high autonomy, so it's going to be useless.
Yeah, but he can make like a Syrian vassal, and maybe they can like fix it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, he's in a pretty good. Like, he survived. He won the Death War. He didn't lose anything, and he's got like pretty much what he wants from like the Baltic area. So,
Maybe he wants Wallachia too, but
yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good devable province, but I don't. Yeah,
it's just all farmlands and a bunch of good trade goods for manpower.
yeah. Plus, it'll be Dimi for him, which is even more manpower.
Yeah, that could be 100% 100k state or something.
Yeah, I wanted to take that, but I have too much AE to really take it right now.
Yeah, like I mean, as long as you fight the AI on truce ending, it doesn't matter.
You need to just kind of take out the AQ so you can start eating into QQ too.
Yeah, I mean, as for Diplo, you also have like tons of options for what you want to do. Like you can,
Damn. Shit.
like
You
I don't
can
know.
have
I think
Morocco.
I mean, it doesn't make sense for you to move into Europe at this point. So you can either butt up with Austria or Poland and use one to
You can
like
ally. You can
keep the
ally
other.
Morocco.
Yeah, I mean, Morocco's probably, yeah,
A very good choice. Help
yeah,
him like.
yeah, very good choice. I mean, they're far away. They're too far away to matter. So you don't worry about them betraying you.
Yeah, exactly. Very
Yeah.
good choice to ally.
I mean, probably Bukhara makes the most sense, actually. Like, oh, I mean, the thing is, there's just really no one close by that you really care about their land or they care about you. Like, maybe Ethiopia, it makes the most sense. He's just going to be playing AI versus AI, so he just goes south and you just eat up Alexandria, then he'll be your border, and it's like friends or not friends, whatever. So,
Yeah.
in a good spot. So let's take. Wait, oh, I forget what. It's weird.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Oh, it is.
Oh, no, it is Uzbek that is like she.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's right. Okay, so Bukhara. Yeah, horde ideas. Let's go. But okay. Yeah, pretty good for Central Asia horde income. Collecting in Samarkand. Well, I mean, none of his money's from trade. It's all gold. Yeah, he's got the 2 gold mines. So I guess his income will probably fall off fairly soon, and gonna be a long time before any of this land gets prosperous.
I mean, he can probably kill Muscovy with this cav.
Oh, wait, what's it? I guess I didn't look at force limits or morale, so it's 50 force limit, and his cav combat's going to be 40 once he finishes horde ideas.
Yeah, no, doesn't he have? And also they're gonna be really cheap with his minus cap cost in his ideas.
Yeah.
Isn't there the age bonus that gives him combat?
Also, that's a lot. Plus 20 cav ability. That's gonna be.
Yeah, he already has it. So he can. So he'll have 40, and he'll have 60 once he finishes horde ideas. And
Yeah.
and isn't there the policy? Hold up.
There's a policy, yes.
Yeah, mill.
Another 10, I believe.
Okay, it's
It's the second unlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's still gonna have like 60 cav combat
Yeah.
and plus 25% shock damage, so he should be able to just wreck Muscovy.
Yeah,
and
with
then
50
my
force
God.
limit and 4 morale without other modifiers against what do we have on Muscovy? And also, like, the good thing about the war is that Muscovy has no vision over his whole fucking country, so, like, he can't actually get offensive in any war. He just has to defend and wait. So, like,
He gets
To be fair, if you're a Muscovy, you do not want to get offensive against an Uzbek player because it's all plains and it's where Uzbek fights best.
yeah, I guess it's more.
Yeah.
He just has to wait until Uzbek gives up or bankrupts himself in a war.
You move to the gold mine and stay there.
Yeah.
It's your best chance.
Yeah, but Bukhara should build a fort before the gold mine, I think at least.
Yeah, right here it's a steppes province, so steppes fort there, but he can walk on it from here. That's the issue.
Yeah, he could do
Are
that.
steps better for cav combat?
Yeah.
And for
Steppes,
hordes.
Yeah. For horde. Oh, right. Yeah, he's not a nomad anymore,
Hordes
so it
get.
doesn't matter.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
It
If
doesn't
you
matter.
have hordes, you get 25% extra shock damage and 25% less. In
Yeah, okay,
plain terrain.
so then it's actually fine. He can just
Yeah, keep the mountain fort.
yeah, and he will have strong cav no matter what, so he can just rely on that. Also, he can transition to a strong late game power with his really good ideas for late game. He has like plus 10 arty combat ability and plus 5 if you check on that morale thing.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking
Yeah.
stupid right there.
Yeah, it's like it's just overpowered spec.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the
So-
very least, he doesn't have Cossacks anymore or Eastern Tech, so.
I mean,
Yeah.
he could switch like Russia, couldn't he? Like he could switch to like Eastern Theocracy or something.
Yeah, like, there's. I mean, there's.
And then he would have Cossacks.
Yeah, he also did kill Afghanistan, so it looks like he's. I'm curious if he's going to actually go into India here, or he's just saying no, Persia mine.
Was Afghanistan still a player when he killed
It was, yes, it was. Vilgat died, and then.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then we are all happy.
And then he went to Spain and he Andalusia.
Yeah, and then he fucked up Spain even more.
Right.
Wait for the sunset invasion, boys.
Yeah. What I'm sort of curious is also like with what he does diplo-wise, because he has the other thing with Muscovy. He is literally like in the middle of Asia, so either everyone can be an enemy or everyone can be your friend. Currently, like friends with Bengal, which is kind of seems a little bit odd to me that I don't know if they'd have.
It might be that they try and move down on India, just split up India.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think Bukhara actually needs to go into India. China is basically free for the taking.
Yeah. I'm also like just looking. I mean, Shun and Manchu. I think they need to team up because I think 1v1
Bukhara is just so strong.
Yeah.
And like they won't really have a weak.
Oh, what is this estates?
He has the.
Can't.
I think he said this when he changed nation.
Probably like because he changed nations and he didn't know they got the new.
Yeah, but he was Bukhara for a
PowerPoint.
little bit. You had time to fix this, man.
Yeah, but he didn't know. But like it's still bad can't. But like.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Let's have
didn't know
10
that he
seconds.
actually
Just everyone
left the
saying
state.
bad things about Kant. Okay.
Kant is just a bad player. Okay.
He's Swedish. He's Swedish.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
All right. Yeah. Calm down, Vilgot. Jeez. Yeah. So.
Gee.
Yeah, I think Bukhara is on track to being another big bad guy that we often see Uzbeks turn into. So let's take a look into should we look at QQ? Was it a player for the end of the session?
No.
It died. It was
so.
the player was.
Well, it was, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a player, and
Yeah,
it's
it
also
was.
gonna be a player again.
Right. Okay. So we can, because I know it was AI for like a while, which is kind of.
I mean, it's bound to be a trash fire.
Yeah, it's going to be quick trash, like lots of things you can do. Income's really low.
I don't think that he should have entered Ottomans. I think he should just. He should have just gone into Persia, just steamrolled that, and went for Persia.
Yeah, I mean, if Ottomans dies, what does he gain? Like, because Mamluks just says, I want this because I am Rum, and then you're just saying, yay, okay, please, help me later, and they're just like, why, you're weak, you're stupid, why would I help you?
Yeah, exactly. I don't. It was just a bad decision overall to just help him versus Ottomans.
Yeah.
And like now they lost, it's even a worse decision because Ottomans is now just angry that you helped the Mamluks for no apparent reason.
Yeah, like he should definitely have like most of the Persia node by now, if he was. Yeah, like
his internet went off.
Yeah, so,
yeah,
I mean,
but even if his internet didn't went off,
Yeah,
he
so-
still would have been in this position.
Yeah, if his internet was perfect the whole time and Ottomans dies, what does he gain?
Yeah,
He gains goodwill from the Mamluks player, which can easily be great or be completely worthless at the expense of kneecapping himself.
Judging from past encounters with the Mamluks player, I wouldn't bet on that being useful.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So
it was just a bad decision overall.
Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe there could be some safe, like maybe if it's a new player and he gets Ottomans on his side, but also like Ottomans, you kind of just want this. Like Basra's really good. That's good line.
Persia, Basra is just so much money.
Like yeah, at this point, I don't see who would be willing to help him if the country stays in this state. Like you've got no ideas.
No ideas. Like yeah, like everyone should want a piece of you. It's just.
Yeah, Yeah, Bukhara is going for Persia. It's pretty obvious. Ottomans is going to go for Middle East. So I think if none of these people ally you, you're just doomed.
Yeah, you need to do some culture deploy to even stay alive.
Yeah, let's take a look at Marwar, one of 3 Indians. Money-wise, low, but it's Gujarat. Gujarat's usually
Why?
poor.
No, why hasn't he taken Sind yet?
Yeah, does he have a truce? Yeah, he has a truce.
But why?
Go
For
with
10
Mama.
years. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it got called.
Wait, check on population because I don't know.
Eclipse Sin.
What the fuck did he do?
Yeah, I think he maybe have just.
He
I think
must
Sin was probably
fucked up.
allied to something else, and he didn't separate piece them.
Yeah, that's a major fuck up because now the Gujarat node is gonna be fucked for him.
Yeah,
He didn't take enough land from Gujarat either.
Yeah, he also.
Gujarat was allied to Shaunpur for the entire game, and he couldn't actually declare war on them, which is why his growth is a little stunted.
Yeah, he also hasn't debbed his gold mine, which is major oof. Innovativeness first? Is this just fishing for ideas? Like, not like events? Because if you actually go innovativeness first, I think that's a major throw.
I think I think that's just a little bit of a troll. And he would go Pluto. Yes.
Yeah, you can go Pluto or Theo. I think would be good.
I think he should play the tutorial, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, or I mean, legitimately, if you're not going to take any ideas and you fish for events, just take religious because there's a bunch of really good positive events for religious.
Yeah.
As for diplomatically, allied with Balmanis for now, which.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, if you convince Balmanis to go this way, then that's good.
It doesn't matter at the moment. Bahmanis can't conquer anything.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Doesn't have the points for it.
Yeah. But
doesn't he have like a 6-5 ruler?
Yes, which got nerfed to a 101 that lasted like 23 years.
Yeah, but now, right now, like check on the Bachmannish ruler.
The ruler is something 460 maybe.
5-6. Yeah.
560.
So
Well, that's 18.
It's still a lot of admin points there.
Yeah, just which was what you just used to take up.
Yeah, maybe just use vassals more.
That's the only thing it's been using. It has scored something like 4 or 5 provinces for the entire game.
Okay. I mean, it's like stronger than all the other Arania powers either way. So I think that the nerf was very.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't nerfed, then you have all of this that you could probably fight Mawar and Bengal 2v1.
Yeah. Is Delhi a player? Or?
No, Delhi is not a player.
No, it does not.
So Mawar just has like so much free land, basically.
Yeah. I mean, if Mawar, what they probably should do, go back to them. I mean, Bamanis is fine to like work together to expand at the start, but once Bamanis consolidates his 2 nodes, then he needs to decide which way that he goes. He has to go north, but does he go northwest or northeast? And I think there's a good chance.
Okay, so I think that he should take all of North India, consolidate that, and let Bahmanis and Bengal fight, and then kill the guy that's get out of that.
You can't really do that with a massive Bukhara at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, no,
kill Mewar and you invite.
Bukhara has plenty of other enemies at its border, though.
Yeah,
that's the main problem about it.
Right now, Bukhara is allied to Bengal, which.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you declare war on Mewar, then you are fighting Mewar, and then Bengal and Bukhara are going to join in. And if you think Bukhara is actually a trustworthy ally for Bengal, then attacking Bengal makes you go to war with Bukhara. Either way, you end up fighting them, and you are much weaker than them.
Yeah. Well, just talk to Manchu and Shun or to Muscovy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that happened with Bukhara last time we got a Mega Bukhara was just they got coalition by everyone that bordered them. So they just lost 5 separate wars, basically one after the other, to
Wait,
all their neighbors.
what was that a truffle burger?
Hmm?
Was that truffle?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, truffle is such a noob. Either way.
But yeah, I mean, I think Mawar, they have to try and get Bukhara on their side and like make a deal where they get this, and then if Bukhara is protecting Mawar, then Badmanis is probably incentivized to go after Bengal instead, and then you can either vulture that or you can move into Hormuz and maybe Basra. So, I mean, I'd say the fact that Bukhara is currently allied to Bengal is probably bad news. But we'll see. Badmanis, you have not started your ideas yet because you're terrible, of course. It has nothing to do with getting a 101. Confirm/deny.
I can confirm both, actually. I was 3-3 on admin and Diplo until something like 1460s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was kind of depressing.
Yeah, you're doing what you can. You got some cheap advisors, which is nice. Lots of money, so maybe you can maybe promote those guys to level 3.
I was marking up to win the wars against Vijay.
Yeah, no, I heard that. Was it also that did you lose territory on the start too, or just the ruler?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know how other people do it, but I can't actually beat Vijay on fights, so I just have to siege race against him at the beginning.
Really?
Which means that a lot of my western land gets occupied.
Yeah, maybe he just had really bad rolls, because the few times I've done it in I mean, he does have more ICA, but...
But you have Shia in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't get a good general, which you get in vanilla, because in vanilla you put your ruler on as a general, and your ruler has fantastic military skills, so you get a good general.
Yeah, but you can. There's often like if you just have a hard time beating them, you can just hire a merc general, and there's usually at least a 2-4 guy with just, and that will probably be better than anything the AI has.
What's happening?
Well, either way, I mean, you're going to be strong once you get the admin to core everything, and then it's just what idea group do you go for, I think. I mean,
yeah, sure.
I mean, most of Vijay will just be integrated through Andhra and Madurai scores.
Yeah, like, you can really probably choose anything. Like, if you wanted to, you could go greedy and go for indigenous first and get the dev cost, idea cost, all that. Even like the reform progress is pretty good too.
Is somebody who sees my perspective. Finally. Thank you.
I mean, the problem of indigenous first, if you consider Bahmanis to actually be in a bit of a bind diplomatically, it's not really a good play, unless you plan to sit on your 2 trade nodes and dev for the foreseeable century, which is not necessarily a bad play.
No, that indigenous ideas does more than just provide development cost and reform progression. It also gives some morale.
Yeah, no, it's a very good group overall. It's just a little bit greedy because it's only like 2 military effects, and it's a lot more like idea and money efficiency ones. Like mana efficiency.
I just want to state, if you really want to go meme-wise, you can pick indigenous and religious to get maximum reduced cost of provinces. Yeah, that one, and you basically can just take mostly another 100% worth of provinces in a single war. That's helpful against players.
Yeah, that would be fun. But I think, like, the thing is, if you do just have like all of this, like your 2 trade nodes plus what you have Gujarat, you can kind of just sit there and dev for 50 years because it's a lot richer and it's a lot better land than what Mawar or Bengal have, and that gives you.
So shut about Bengal. Bengal is a fantastic trade node, and Bengal gets fantastic stuff to go along with it.
Yeah,
like 10% discount on dev cost on some of its more important provinces.
They get a lot of stuff, but it's actually a lot poorer of a trade node, especially with a Malacca player. Like, because I remember last time I played Bamanis, and we split like Bengal player and I split India, and I was just always almost double his income just because of the trade goods.
Coromandel is filthy rich.
Yeah, Coromandel's filthy. So the thing is, you can just outscale them a bit just by building buildings. Like you build force limit, you build your barracks, you build your workshops, and you have 50% more manpower than or force limit than someone, and you just diplo your way to a 1v1 and just all in them, and you kill them, and you have the other half of India. So like,
or just find the opportunity to int them. Basically, if Bengal tries to attack Ava, you might just do a backdoor compatibility issue.
I mean, honestly, Bengal attacking Ava is not that dangerous to Bengal because Ava is a lot weaker than Bengal.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get there in a bit, but there might be some safe fixes for some of these countries. Because some were AI, blah blah blah, and we don't want like just countries that are just fucking doomed. But I don't know.
I kind of have to go. So oh, you are making a stream, like a Twitch stream?
Well, I'm recording this. I'll post this on YouTube.
Okay.
You're famous.
Because if you can do some save edits, not save edits, but video edits, I wanted to just ask what were your advices for Muscovy, since I'm the Muscovy player.
Yeah, I mean they'll be up there.
Watch the video and click the like button.
Like Muscovy's looking fine.
And subscribe and notification bell.
No,
don't forget to comment.
Yeah, please send money to my OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, of course.
Okay, sorry to disturb you. Please go on.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Muscovy's looking fine, so don't worry.
No, I know it's looking fine. I was just looking how to min-max the situation.
Okay, I don't think we went that far in depth because that takes forever. So, Bengal, Pluto first because he's a filthy meta player. But I mean, I don't know what to say. He's allied Bukhara, which I feel like I don't know if Bukhara would actually come to your help against anyone, but
well, it's kind of to his advantage if it ends up in a war against Mewar and Bahmanis.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Because if he can get no Western India, it's over.
Yes, that's true. But I guess it's very much like, what does Bengal want to do? Because I assume that there must be some sort of deal with Mewar, like he's getting part of Jaunpur. Like, he hasn't gotten Nepal yet or started going that direction, which I'm slightly curious of. Because I
imagine he might have rushed east to block Ava.
Yeah, but I mean, Ava wasn't a player for a while, so I'm not quite sure what that was. Like, yeah, I mean, he did lose one trade center there. So I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I mean, Bengal options, you go into Southeast Asia and maybe culture swap to form Siam, or you go the normal way and start converting provinces to Nepalese and go Nepal. Or you do the insane thing that happened last season and go Nepal then Tibet at the same time.
And make a further change and go Orissa for the nice color.
No.
Don't do that, it absolutely wrecks you.
That would be stupid.
Yeah, you would say that. Ask Kahmak how it went for him when I attacked him.
I mean, I remember that. Your troops are disgusting, and they were orange, so you just lost on principle. But anyway, yeah, so
don't do it. It's Spain.
Yeah,
it's Spain personified.
I don't think there's anything to say about Bengal, really. We kind of covered it with Mewar and Bahmanis. Does he gank Bahmanis, or I don't know.
I don't think he can gank Bahmanis. Bahmanis has more troops, and they should be more or less of the same quality.
Yeah,
well, he has a couple of areas into plutocratic.
So. I mean, there is room for Bengal and Mewar just saying divide Bahmanis, but
definitely.
Any of the two Indians can do that to each other, which I kind of expect to happen at some point, because you can sort of split India 3 ways, but you also don't want someone that's like sealed off at the bottom with nowhere to go.
Bengal should never accept any kind of killing of Mewar, because it just leaves him in an incredibly weak position in comparison to Bahmanis.
Yeah, I mostly agree.
Like, he can't benefit from it.
Okay, so let's take a look at Ava very quickly. I don't know how long this country was actually a player, so we're not going to go too deep into it, but it seems to be rather poor. Pluto ideas first. He has more than I thought he would. But I guess it's... Yeah, it's small. It's a lot less dev. It's 200 dev compared to Bengal's 400. And
why hasn't he tried to re-establish the tributaries nearby him so he can form a Siam diplomatically?
I don't know because I don't know how that event works.
It basically just a mission. If you have all the area of Siam as tributary of or vassals, you integrate them and form Siam.
Does he have to culture swap for that?
I believe he should have had it.
Wait, but are you talking about Ayuthayah's mission?
Please repeat again.
Are you talking about Ayuthayah's mission to form Siam? Because that's locked until like the 1700s.
No, I was trying to do the Kale achievement, like hit your greens, and he had that decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would require culture swapping, but I mean, right now,
the mission he's talking about is for Shan nations only. It has to be Shan culture.
What the fuck is all that noise?
I don't know. Someone's being obnoxious. Okay.
I mean, going for Siam straight out seems like a bit of a waste when you can form Lanshang with the same amount of culture swaps.
Yeah, I just don't want to say much about Ava. I mean, it's just small. He has a lot of AI to talk about or to eat. So does Bengal kill him or not? That's the question. I mean, while Machapahit has been playing single player in Asia and should be filthy. Ooh, wow, really paying for. God, you got like mill access here. Cancel some of that shit, man. Really poor for what I would expect, but I guess he's just in Moluccas and not Malacca. So, well, maybe he could have prioritized taking these trade centers a bit more. Because, yeah, I mean, these are all vassals, right? They're not tributaries. Vassal. Good. Yeah, because I know you get the mission to vassalize all your tributaries, but yeah, annexing some, that's good. Idea is going quality for his boats, that makes sense. Oh yeah, and good, he has, you vassalize turn 8, so that, because they can colonize a lot of this land for you, you don't have to do that yourself. And then I guess it's very much what should he do next? Does he go colonial? Just take a exploration? Or do you go admin/eco? What do you guys think?
Exploration, definitely. Since the Europe colonizers are having a hard time colonizing, except Portugal, he would have a good amount of time to just start some colonies in the New World, or even just Australia.
Right.
Yeah. Also, exploration ideas can be dropped later in the game, but you truly want to speed up the colonization process of the Moluccas and Malaccas.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Plus, Alien's on England, so there's no fear to come from that.
Sorry.
7, 8, yeah.
Savage.
Yeah, I think he probably should try and blitz these trade centers if he can for himself. But yeah, I guess the issue with going Expo next is he's got so many things to integrate for dip power. Like that's 200. This is 500. Another 250 plus others. So if he also has like no power projection. What the hell?
What is the religious map mode?
Oh, he's Hindu. I think you should stay Hindu.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that when trying to basically conquer the Sunni nations, most likely only the Sunni nations will be angry, and when you are conquering Hindu nations, the Hindu nations will be angry, and so on and so forth. What I'm trying to say is that aggressive expansion-wise should be easy to just gobble them up.
I don't think it matters anyway. Because most of these things were vassalized through missions. He doesn't have any coalitions, and he has so many vassals, they're not going to coalition him anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. But, he should be filthy rich by the end of next session, so let's move on to our last few Asians. So we have Shun, who has grown a decent bit, but this is OG China. So he's fairly poor, because despite everything being high dev, it's just not a lot of provinces, really, and the high dev stuff.
You can use Ming as a bank.
Also a bit bad right now to be in, so...
Yeah. There is that. So, diplomatic ally to Ava for whatever reason. I don't really think that makes sense, I think.
Probably to try and block Bengal.
Yeah, possibly, but, okay, he isn't rival to Manchu yet, but I think he needs to... I think you need work with Manchu to stave off Bukhara, because I think very tempting for Bukhara to just go like that and gobble it all up. Because then you just start sending things from Jir and Beijing all the way to Samarkand or Kazan, and that's how you make money. But Shun, I guess, yeah, they're given Tibetan missions. So, I mean, as long you need to make sure that Bengal doesn't fuck you out of Tibet. Like, oh, why is there your march? You need to annex these guys, man. But yeah, Shun, yeah, you probably need to get this sooner rather than later, just so you can go Eastern Theocracy.
I mean, you can usually get the entirety of Tibet within 7 years, about.
Oh, wait, he's a republic?
What?
What?
Oh, let's go!
What the fuck happened here?
Peasant Republic!
How it's...
Oh,
Igor,
yeah.
what the fuck did you do?
It was an announced balance change that Shun is the government China. As Shun, you can stay peasant republic, become a theocracy, or become a horde. So...
Wait, they start as a peasant republic?
They start as a peasant republic, yes.
I didn't know that.
Then read the patch notes and the change logs.
I mean, that's the only reason I play this country. It's
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that is a take, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting. But, yeah, I guess...
And you can also form Qing, before you haven't read that part either.
No, I see
And
that.
Qing... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily want to, because you don't want to antagonize Manchu, although with how north he's gone, I don't know if he can avoid that.
I think the Chinese will always clash eventually, because Qing is a really juicy formula. And,
Manchu's gonna demolish him.
I mean, probably. I mean, well, looking at
Shun
Manchu...
has really, really good forts. Yeah. Cool.
Hmm.
Like, Shun can't go on the defensive, but I think defensively, it's...
Shun can also probably rope Japan into getting free Korea.
Yeah, there is that Manchu player has... oh, right, because I remember I was talking to him, and I suggested that you can just, like, watch the Japan player's ideas and probably guess what he wants to do, because Shimazu are, like, crazy good middle ideas, but if you form Japan and take the Japanese ideas, which are more naval colony focused, then he's probably not going to go land Japan. So I guess he just decided to block you off preemptively. But yeah, I mean, Shun, just a lot of AI to take. It's just whether or not do you get killed by someone bigger than you. It's Diplo. Do you work with Manchu and try and protect each other from Bukhara? If you do, then he gets like Beijing. You get Hangzhou and southern China probably, which I think would be fine for you. And Manchu gets like all of this / fighting Bukhara. But I don't know. Maybe Manchu just makes a deal with Bukhara and says, okay, you can take this, and he stays coastal. But of course, Japan will want Korea / probably Hangzhou. Does Hangzhou flow into Nip? No, it doesn't. But it's you can make that a note, although it's terrible. I don't know. Let's see what ideas does Manchu or Shun? You went Pluto. I think, yeah, that probably makes sense. They're just overall strong, well-rounded ideas. So let's take a look at Manchu. Oops.
Manchu is shit. Worst Manchu I've ever seen.
Wait, you want Pluto ideas? Why?
That's interesting.
Well, I guess if you're planning on forming Qing and not being a horde anymore.
Yeah, but that's betting pretty heavily that you won't have a major war at the beginning.
Yeah, like I think we usually see Manchus go defensive ideas first.
Oh,
but
interesting.
Compared to Shun, yeah, you're quite a bit richer. Oh, you do have a gold mine, right? But if you
Probably
why isn't it Dev?
the war.
Dev your gold mine. Dev. Jerk. Stupid. See,
Yeah,
look, three more money. 3 more monies.
The economy is stupid.
I really fucked up the truce timers, and I had a bad war with Ming, so it was it's very badly done. This is a very bad Manchu.
I mean, I think it's looking fairly fine. It's been 30 years, and you're how much, Dev? Almost 400.
It's very slow. It's too slow.
Yeah. Right, because you want a separate piece out Ming. Don't take the 100 from Korea while Ming's in the war. You need to. Oh, yeah, you can white piece them now, or you can.
No, take money.
Yeah. How much? Yeah, no, you just siege Beijing, take max money, and then you go in and take the rest. Diplomatically, you got no allies at all. No one's your friend. Everyone hates you, as is their right. But I think sort of touched on it with Shun. You got a few ideas. Like I think taking Korea's probably made Japan your likely enemy, just because you're going to be able to steal his money. And that your choice is, one, do you trust Bukhara to make a deal with him and be friends and not go for your land? Because probably the safer bet is making an equitable deal with Shun to split China, where you get all of Beijing's, maybe a little bit of Hangzhou.
Who's getting Qing?
I think you probably would. I don't know. Well, I mean, Shun's got the Tibet formation, which is still pretty damn good. Or you can just stay Peasant Republic Shun. But, yeah, I mean,
Because for
Bukhara is...
Tibet, he's economically ruined, because those are not good lands.
I mean, Shun, you'd be taking Canton, Chengdu, probably bits of Hangzhou. So
that's not the land that he's going to take without a fight. Either from Ava or from Bengal, most likely Bengal.
Well, I think Ava's so far behind, and
that's why I made Bengal.
Southeast Asia is a huge amount of land and dev that for now. I guess the other thing is we might have the Machapat player might come up for some of it too, but I think that's a long way out. But I think Manchu's your Diplo will revolve around what Bukhara wants and what you can make a deal with him for. So, let's move on to our Kawaii Weeb player. You have Shimazu, so you have daimyo'd everyone. I don't really know how New Japan works. I haven't played there in a while.
You conquer Kyoto from the shogun, and then you become the shogun, get all the daimyos transferred to yourself.
Right. But so you just need a few more cities to form Japan. And then you just auto-integrate them, right?
No. Then you lose them. There are two ways. Either you go the decision Unite Japan, that means like you have the provinces and then you become Japan, but all the daimyos get independent, or Japan is united, that is when you already have integrate, there no longer exists any daimyo, then you can pick that decision and you get 300 extra more points.
Oh, I see. So you just have to integrate them all.
Yeah, but maybe not, because there was one big daimyo, it got into a punitive war, and now I have a shit ton of daimyos again. So, that was a bit of...
Oof.
Well, yep.
A bit slow, yeah.
Yeah, AI fucks you over moment. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going quality ideas, and that's, I guess, big thing that's for boats. That makes sense, so... I guess it's very much what do you want to do after quality? Do you go colonial?
Japan is an... So. Having an ideal group that gives army and navy quality is just nice. And they don't have 2 points or admin points or not to spare.
But at least it
Why
looks like
did
something
you?
much high.
Why did you decide to vassalize the daimyos instead of conquering them all?
I got them for free.
Oh.
I mean, you can either like conquer all of Japan and stay a daimyo till the very end, or you just beeline it for the capital of Japan, for Kyoto, and then you get all the daimyos for free. And then you integrate it. Usually, it's just like 3 or 4 very big daimyos that you can easily integrate. But due to punitive wars, I have like 20 or something daimyos. Like the vessel tab looks really nice.
Yep.
Yeah. That's more
than
great. Ever.
Oh yeah. Well, also, don't you have these actions that some of them are good?
Yeah. Force seppuku is really nice.
Yeah, because you get points, right?
Yep. So that's not everything is horrible, but it could be better.
Yeah, five times their rulers monarchs points. So that's yeah. I mean, yeah, you got options. You haven't locked yourself into any single way.
Yeah,
so.
I can still do whatever I think is best for the situation.
Yeah, you can still try to go land Japan into Asia, or you just go colonial because I guess Castile's probably not going to be big in colonies.
Yep.
So there's definitely room, although you'll be competing with the Majapahat this game, which we did not have a good Malaya player on our last. We had a colonial Japan.
No.
So let's move ahead into Africa. Was the Africa player Mali or Songhai?
Mali.
Okay. So we have a Mali, we have a Congo, and we have an Ethiopia. So Mali was a player from the start, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that gold. Lots of gold. Although one isn't devved. Why haven't you? I think you're missing 1 or 2 of the gold mines because there's 4 total. Yeah, this one you haven't devved yet. It's also the wrong religion, so you need to convert it first. Right? Yeah, goods produced negative. Not quite sure why we haven't been able to snake for that province just yet. Do we have a truce? No, we don't. Yeah, you stayed up on tech, which is pretty good. Although you've been taking it with the penalty, which I'm not really sure. Like, I think if you're here playing single player, it's better to just sort of say screw it and fall behind and just gobble the land quick, right? Is that what you would do, Nibber?
Yes. Sorry, I was doing something else.
So, if you're playing like the only West African, well, it looks like he went for a few humiliate wars, but
humiliate wars and get the entrance provinces to Africa.
Right.
Like Timbuktu, Fuj, that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so he seems to be mostly on that track, so I guess you need to get Oyo next to block off these provinces before people start. Yeah. Well, the good thing is Portugal's behind, Castile's behind. Probably easy to make friends with Morocco. Ideas, you went Pluto first. I think that makes sense. Oh yeah, we got a colonist. Where's our colonist? Here. Okay. That's alright. I mean, it's really damn slow, but... well, and... Well, eventually, we form Sokoto, be big boy, mill guy. But I'm not really sure what else. Can we do any other Hugh Mills? No, just Songhai, so that's over. So I think, Songhai, just take the gold mine, whatever. You're fine, it's AI, you're going to be strong. Let's go to Congo. Congo was Lithuania reseed, I believe.
No. It was the Khmer reseed.
Oh.
And he crashed when we did the rehost again, so the last half hour it was not played again.
Okay, so then let's ignore it for now and just go to Ethiopia, because this looks like a small, weak Congo. So, Ethiopia rushed for the gold mines, and he did just grab the gold mines. So, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 gold mines. So you should be Mr. Rich Boy once they are converted. Yeah. Although one of these is your vassal, so you should probably seize that from them. Yeah, there it is, Kilwa. Although, it's 100% autonomy. Ignore that. Just leave it. Christ. What have we got? We went for quantity first. I don't know if that was necessarily the best choice, but I don't think you're going to get punished for it because there's literally no one around you who can be your enemy. We are also still Coptic.
I mean, I did extra. In case you didn't read the patch notes, there is a new Coptic monument in Ethiopia.
Nobody reads patch notes.
Yep.
I mean, you only read ones that are relevant for you.
So there's good reason to stay Coptic.
Did you take this from Google Images? God. So, okay, you get 2 discipline. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Like, that's really good. That's actually worth upgrading. Okay, but you get the discipline really early on, for the first one. So
it reminds me of another campaign where somebody got a strong monument.
I mean, it's just 2.5 discipline militarily.
But it mainly is that goods produced with all that gold. Goods produced plus gold plus all that ivory and Ivory Coast.
The goods produced is nice. The attrition for enemies makes it a bit more anal to invade Africa, and the missionary strength helps with converting all those filthy Sunnis to Coptic.
Yeah,
so
I'm actually kind of surprised that you added the attrition, considering what you had to deal with the last time you invaded in Ethiopia. So.
Wait, Ethiopia was already AIDS enough to invade.
Yeah, but we had Nibur was Andalusia, fought Ethiopia, and Ethiopia scorched every single province from Libya all the way down to his mountains. It took like 2 years to walk from Libya to the mountains. It was gross.
But, and then imagine losing the battle and retreating to Morocco.
Not really sure why we're missing our admin point, but we are. But that's fine. But yeah, Ethiopia looking pretty good overall. I'd also probably recommend just snatch this province whenever, just because it's a lot of good income. Like, I mean, for one province, it's like one whole ducat just from production. So, but yeah, no real enemies, no real threat. So, just play single player for another session or two before you have to do anything. Like Congo won't be a player probably, or if they are, they won't be a threat. I mean, once these gold mines are integrated, converted, and devved, our income's going to be 100 probably. Like, if you don't reach 80 to 100 income by 85 or so, I think that's probably a mistake, or something's gone wrong. So, yeah, I mean, good shit overall. Don't really know what to say to close out this game. We got Ottomans looking strong, Bukhara looking strong, Balanis looking strong. No big surprises there. I guess the biggest surprise is that the Castile is kind of on life support, and Morocco's got a landing base, which really, I think it's more likely than not we'll have we'll have an Andalusia, but I don't know, maybe we get a player on Castile who surprises us.
I kind of missed why Bukhara is like scary.
It's not really scary. Just remembers the old pre-buff Bukhara. It's just it's a decent nation, yes, but it's not like the scary Bukhara we had in the past.
Yeah, no, it's not super crazy, whatever it was, but it's still. I mean,
it's not a horde.
It's not a horde.
It's not a horde anymore. So yeah.
It's normal. Like, it's not scarier. It's less scary than a Poland.
Probably, but I mean, he's gotten the horde ideas, and he's going to have, with his national ideas and horde ideas, he's going to have, yeah, he has 60% cav compatibility. So he finishes those ideas, he can probably just look at anyone and kill them.
I mean, the 15% is from age objective that can everyone get. It's like any Eastern Tech nations that just has the Cossack estate has the same amount of cav compatibility. So I don't really get why this hyping for Bukhara.
Everyone just has PTSD.
Yeah.
It could be, but it still also has the half cost cav, so you can field more.
Everyone has bloody access to it. It's nothing amazing. Like Lithuania and Muscovy can have better horses, or equally good ones. So it's yeah.
I mean, none of them went horde ideas, so.
Yeah, but they will in change have more morale, more discipline, or more better leaders in case of Muscovy.
Shut up. Cavalry compatibility is better than anything else. Everyone knows that.
I mean, did
It's obvious.
Bukhara finish these ideas? I don't
No,
think.
no.
Okay.
I just did that. He's just a few in. I think yeah. You're Muscovy and Bukhara are on par. In terms of idea, yeah. He's got 2 or 3. You've got 3. But yeah, I think that's where I'll close it off for now.